Hello and welcome on Thomas Geiger Car. Today with the brand new McLaren 570 Spider, the new open-top edition of the entry-level sports car of McLaren. For me, it's one of the most aggressive-looking cars that you can find in that segment. If this Porsche 911 fighter also drives as aggressive and agile as it looks, that's what we're going to find out in the next minutes. So please join me for my test drive here on Thomas Geiger Car. It is not the power and the speed alone that makes the 570S such an attractive Spider. No, it's the way the car goes around the corner, because it's very precise, very sharp and very agile. It feels much lighter than a Porsche 911 or a Mercedes-AMG GT. They do it with only power. This car goes with precision, and for that reason it makes much more fun pushing it hard on a country road like that. The McLaren accelerates from 0 to 100 in 3.2 seconds, and it only takes 9.6 seconds to accelerate up to 200 kilometers per hour. If you still stay on the throttle, you will make it up to 328 kilometers per hour with the closed top and 315 kilometers per hour with the open top. That's way too fast for the usual haircut, and you definitely have to see your hairdresser after a fast drive in the new McLaren Spider. In the back of the car, McLaren mounted its 3.8 liter V8 twin turbocharged engine that delivers 570 horsepower, 600 Newton meters, and so much heat that it seems that you're looking into a Fata Morgana in the desert when you look in the rear view mirror and see the hot air coming out of the engine bay. That's a real spectacular moment. When you drive the McLaren with the top down and with the windows down, it is really a very breezy car, and you have to speak loud or even shout if you want to talk to your co-driver. So then it's only about driving, focusing on the road and feeling the air around you. If you close the roof, it's a totally different thing. Because once you've closed the roof, the car feels like a coupe. It is very silent, very solid, no wind noise, no vibrations, and you can whisper and your co-driver will understand every word. And there is something like a compromise between open-top driving and closed-top driving. Because same as in the Audi R8, the BMW 6 Series or the Lamborghini Huracan, you can operate the rear window on its own. Then you don't get the wind, but you get the noise from the engine, and you can enjoy driving almost as much as with the open-top, but with all of the comfort of a closed-top driving car. Even if McLaren is building really small numbers, they are keen on using their own parts in the interior. They're not going to the suppliers and buying any BMW, Mercedes or Porsche parts. Everything that you see is unique. It's no common part with any other brand. Especially the infotainment system is something that I really like. Not only because it's mounted in a totally different way than at most other cars. No, because there is a lot of twinkle in the eyes. If you look for the air condition control, for example, you see McLaren is a car manufacturer that's coming from the racetrack that has built race cars ever and ever. So even the icon for the driver is a race driver with a helmet on. The McLarens might look the same through all the lines because they all use the same platform and the same main body. But the designers made a tremendous job because all the cars don't come with any fuss, any bling. They're pure functionality made in the wind tunnel. So the car is very drag efficient, very air efficient, and all the lines and all the shapes you see are for functionality, especially here in the front where you got lots of air intakes to cool the brakes, and in the side where the air is channeled to the engine that sits right behind the back of the driver. Thank you for joining me on my first test drive with the new McLaren 570S Spider. For me, one of the most interesting and freshest entries to that open-top sports car segment. It might not be as luxurious as the Mercedes-AMG GT Roadster and not as comfortable and packed with high-tech as the Porsche 911. But from a driving point of view, this car is the most aggressive one that you can find in that range. And since McLaren is not building so many cars, it's also the most exclusive one. So if you like to have your fun and like to stay in the focus of the attention of the others, that's the right car to drive this summer. Thank you, tschüsschen, and bye-bye.